we're going to stay in the digital currency group. And this time, we're going to talk about Genesis. That's the crypto lender that filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection last week. Now, according to a court filing, they are out here looking for $20.9 million from Roger Ver, a crypto OG who's come to be associated closely with the Bitcoin Cash project. Now, Ver is on Twitter saying that he has the funds to pay these sums back, and that Genesis is allegedly owed, but he's maintaining that Genesis had to have been solvent for this to be enforceable, and clearly they don't appear to be in a position of solvency at present, so he's going to dispute this in the courts as it relates to this $20 million that Genesis is looking to claw back from Roger Ver. I'm going to toss this to Will. I think we've seen something similar from Roger Ver in the past, so this might be a mini crypto history corner, but what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, we don't have to go too far back in time to talk about Roger Ver and his troubles with leveraged long degen trading. Back in the summer, he was trading on CoinFlex, and he was in debt to that exchange for about $47 million. And Mark Lamb, who's the CEO of CoinFlex, actually went public with the whole dispute. They were talking behind closed doors, trying to get the $47 million back. That didn't quite work out. And so Mark Lamb went public with the comments. Roger Ver and him went back and forth. To my knowledge of the whole story, that's still ongoing. A little intrigue there is Mark Lamb and the CoinFlex team are now working with 3AC on launching a new exchange product. So, all the villains in crypto are really sort of working together right now. It's an interesting timeline. Moving back to the Roger Ver story, this is an interesting take on how credit insolvency works. Just because Genesis might be insolvent doesn't mean that it's disbanded as a company. It doesn't mean that you don't owe these people money. In fact, the creditors here and the trustees of the Chapter 11 bankruptcy process for Genesis surely are going to get their money back one way or another. And just because you think that Genesis might not be solvent doesn't mean that you don't have to pay back your bills. That's a pretty odd way of thinking here. Wendy, I'm going to throw the story up to you, get your take on it.
So I kind of saw this on crypto Twitter last night or yesterday, and it was kind of funny because I haven't heard Roger Ver's name come out in quite some time, and very similar. I haven't seen Craig Wright's name come in quite some time, especially in this last bear market and bull run. So I think that it's very interesting to see all of these main characters kind of pop up again. It's very bizarre. I don't know. It's just it's not funny, but it kind of is funny because it's so dramatic and everybody my whole thing is I don't understand, if Genesis isn't solvent or wasn't solvent, regardless if they were solvent or insolvent, why is Roger not wanting to pay that money back? I don't understand how that matters or not. Was it written in the contract? How, if you owe somebody money, you owe somebody money. I'm just not understanding. And that is quite a bit of capital. That's $20.9 million. And
maybe he doesn't have the money, Wendy. If you owe
He's got to sell that Bitcoin Cash, man. Come on.
Yeah, sell some Bcash, Roger. Pay back your debts.
Well, to your point, I didn't realize that there were conversations happening with CoinFlex. I thought that Ver just denied he owed that money, and I didn't know what happened after that. When I read this story, I was like, who is suing who in the zoo? I think there was another story that came out recently, either yesterday or this morning, that said Genesis creditors have filed a class action lawsuit against DCG alleging violations of security laws. And so it's just, lawsuit after lawsuit. I can't keep up anymore. And I'm sure we will talk about this again tomorrow. Yeah. Zach?
It's lawsuit season, it's bankruptcy claim season, it's high drama season, and Genesis is about to be in the bankruptcy club. So expect a lot of contested stuff such as this, right? Relative to their financial disclosures, relative to earlier disclosures about their financial health. I think all this stuff is being dragged up and called into question. Some people may be feeling duped. Others may need to pay their bills. It's hard to tell what is going on, but the courts are probably going to have to arbitrate a lot of this stuff going forward. There's so much going on in crypto bankruptcy right now. We laugh at Kyle and Sue starting up GTX to trade crypto bankruptcy claims, but crypto bankruptcy claims are they're the hot new thing. You buy it 10 cents on the dollar. You hope to 3x, 4x it maybe if you're lucky. It's a whole new emerging market segment. It's crazy. Anyway,
it's literally what collection agencies do in traditional finance. It's what they do, and everybody hates collection agencies. I think this is the dumbest idea ever. It's just crazy. We shouldn't be wanting crypto service bankruptcies. We don't want these things. Like, what is even happening? Like, who even thought that this would be on the bingo card for 2023 or end of 2022? Like, who thought that this would be the bear market? Crypto bankruptcies, Chapter 11s, Chapter 7s, liquidations, reorganizations.
I think it's a sign of growth, right? Like crypto rose to a level of prominence. It soared close to the sun. Now it's crashing down, and all we have left are the bankruptcy claims that you can degen on GTX.
All ecosystems.
Amen. Oh wow, Jen with the regenerative stuff again. Amazing.
Wow.
Love it.
Her vacation really
turned
around. I love that.
We're leaving it on the optimistic note. We're leaving it on the optimistic note.